Mumbai suburb turns into a language war zone. Massive street protest as MNS flexes muscle. MNS protesters rounded up, whisked away by the cops. BJP's MP muscles in, takes on the Thackeray's.
यदि बहुत बड़े बॉस हो तो चलो बिहार, चलो उत्तर प्रदेश, चलो तमिलनाडु, तुमको पटक पटक के मारेंगे.
Is the Marathi language showdown aimed at the upcoming Brihanmumbai civic polls? The Mahan language war. Top focus on 5 Live. So our top story on 5 Live this evening is from Maharashtra. There's an escalating language war. Several members of the MNS were even detained this afternoon during a protest march that they took out in Thane. And then there were the traders as well. They were from other outfits, a massive protest that happened in different parts of Mumbai and Thane. As we look at these visuals on our screens, this is what unfolded. Traders were angry at the assault on the shopkeeper. MNS wanted to come out and showcase the Maratha pride that they are the political outfit that are protecting the sanctity of the Marathi language in the state. While there were from the ruling party, the ruling alliance, also from the opposition, different groups that had gathered in different parts of Mumbai and Thane to basically reflect they are the ones speaking up for people. As we look at these visuals, is it as much about the Marathi language, or is this about specifically, possibly, the Brihanmumbai municipal elections that are coming in? So look at these visuals on the screen. What do we do? Basically, the focus was Mira Road. Mira Road, remember, was where exactly the incident had happened of the shopkeeper being assaulted and being asked by the MNS workers, why doesn't he interact with in Marathi language if he's in Maharashtra? So we are looking at the MNS workers who were detained this afternoon by the cops. They were taken away. The political representation from the ruling alliance had a lot to say, especially from the Bharatiya Janata Party. So we also saw a BJP MNS face-off as well in Maharashtra. You're looking at MNS workers and the cops. They had a face-off as well near Mira Road railway station. Then the Sena also jumped in. This is the Sena, the Shinde Sena also that came in and decided to protest not only on the ground, and we'll go across to our colleagues as well who've been reporting from different areas. Divyesh Singh joins me from Mumbai right now. Divyesh, is the protest over? Has it concluded? And I want to understand, have all protests concluded? What exactly unfolded in Mumbai, Thane this afternoon?
Well, Pooja, the protest is over.
Okay.
It's been around an hour that the protest got over. And MNS party workers, MNS leaders, along with some leaders from the Shiv Sena UBT party and also the supporters of both the parties had gathered. They had asked for permission under a committee called Marathi Ekikaran Samiti, and they had this was planned. This protest rally was planned after. Remember last week, a business shop owner from Mira Road was attacked by MNS workers and videographed. The whole incident was videographed also by them while they hit him for not speaking in Marathi. After that, the Traders Association and Retail Shop Owners Association from Mira Road had carried out a protest rally against the attackers. Following that rally, this application was made where Marathi Ekikaran Samiti also demanded that they be allowed to carry out a rally. The route that they had decided, for which permission had not been given by the police. Police had asked them to change the route, but they were adamant on taking the same route. Citing law and order problems, police initially declined and denied permission to them. CM Devendra Fadnavis and some Shiv Sena leaders also spoke or communicated with the Mira Bhayandar police, after which the permission was given, but on a changed route. So the route was changed and the MNS leaders who were detained or the detainees were then released. They all joined the protest and carried out this protest near the Mira Road railway station, which went on around for say 3 hours.
I want to understand this, Devesh. So there was this Marathi Morcha on one side. Then there was a protest against what they've said was MNS Gundaism, targeting innocent shopkeepers. BJP has escalated it with their own political showdown. Is this all in the backdrop possibly? Because the BMC elections are coming in. They're expected this year. Let's get this straight. How much of this is about language? How much is also this about survival and staying relevant in the election discourse?
Well, Pooja, you've raised some very important points over here. There are BMC elections coming up. BMC, the richest civic body of the country. Then there are civic body elections in the satellite cities as well. In Mira Bhayandar, Vasai Virar, Kalyan, Dombivli, Thane, Ulhasnagar, everywhere there are civic elections which had not been held since 2022. So all these elections are going to happen. So it is again a very important period for all the political parties, especially for the regional parties.
Especially for the MNS, yes. Go ahead, finish your point.
Whether this is a new thing that has come up, but the language politics has always been there in Maharashtra, in Mumbai, and the issue keeps coming up every now and then, especially during elections. These topics are taken up by political parties, and this might help them ensure a certain vote bank for all the parties.
And
either it is the Mumbaikar, either it is the Marathi
clearly about sentiments as well. It's after all, it's about pride, it's language, it's understandable. But how it has brought in the MNS is very interesting. Neither with the ruling alliance, not technically opposition as well. But clearly right now, a massive chunk of the debate and discussion that MNS has become. Let's take a look at this report about what exactly happened in Mumbai, Thane, other parts of Maharashtra this afternoon. Devesh, thank you very much for now.
महाराष्ट्र में कौन सी भाषा बोली जाती
For the past several weeks, MNS workers have been making news for the wrong reasons. Assaulting North Indian labourers and vendors after they expressed their inability to converse in Marathi, Maharashtra's native language. But the breaking point has been this incident from earlier this month, where a food stall owner in Bhayandar area was slapped by some MNS workers for not speaking Marathi. The video of the assault went viral, triggering widespread outrage among the trader community. It led to a tit-for-tat face-off on Tuesday when several workers of Raj Thakre's party were detained during a rally to counter a protest staged by traders in Maharashtra over the assault of a food stall owner for not speaking Marathi. Protests at Mira Bhayandar area brought Thane district to a standstill, with heavy police deployment and road blockage affecting traffic movement. Despite no police permission for the rally, on the route, MNS workers planned to march to Mumbai. However, the swift detention of MNS's Thane and Palghar heads and other leaders derailed the party's plans.
The large number of MNS workers were gathered here. The situation was getting out of hand, and this was not a very legit protest according to the police, which had not given them the permission. And that's one of the reasons why the detention of these people took place in large numbers. And protest किस तरीके से आगे बढ़ेगा?
प्रोटेस्ट आता आम्ही तिकडे चाललेलो आहोत. तिकडे खूप मोठ्या संख्येने मराठी माणूस एकवटलेला आहे. त्यांचं अभिनंदन करण्यासाठी आणि त्यांना पाठीमागे आम्ही चाललेलो आहोत.
Maharashtra Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis says MNS workers did not follow permitted route.
इस प्रकार के प्रयोग यहाँ चलेंगे नहीं. जो मराठी आदमी है वो बड़े दिल का है. मराठी आदमी कभी छोटा सोच नहीं सकता, कभी संकुचित सोच नहीं सकता. इसलिए कोई प्रयोग करने की कोशिश भी करे तो नहीं हो पाएगा.
The Shiv Sena meanwhile accused the cops of acting on behest of the Fadnavis-run government.
जिस तरह से वो कार्यकर्ताओं को पकड़ रहे हैं, नोटिस दे रहे हैं, अरेस्ट कर रहे हैं, ये गलत है। ताकत तभी दिखानी चाहिए कभी कुछ अगर गलत हो। उन्होंने अगर मोर्चा निकाला और गलत कुछ किया रहेगा तो उनके ऊपर कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए, मगर मोर्चा निकालने से पहले अगर आप गलतियां कर रहे हो तो ये पुलिस की गलती है।
While the battle over Marathi pride raged on in the streets of Maharashtra, political war words also escalated. BJP MP Nishikant Dubey launched a blazing attack on MNS chief Raj Thakre.
तो हिम्मत है तो आप हिंदी भाषी को मारते हो तो उर्दू भाषी को भी मारो, तमिलियन को भी मारो, आप जो है तेलुगु वाले को भी मारो। बीएमसी का चुनाव होने वाला है और ये उद्धव ठाकरे और राज ठाकरे जो कर रहा है, इससे घटिया कोई काम नहीं हो सकता है।
Dubey's rather crass statement drew immediate counter from Shiv Sena UBT leader Sanjay Raut, who dared Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister Eknath Shinde.
मुझे आश्चर्य है महाराष्ट्र के मुख्यमंत्री और उनके पूरे कैबिनेट का, एक आदमी भारतीय जनता पार्टी का सांसद वहाँ बैठकर महाराष्ट्र के बारे में, मराठी आदमी के बारे में, मराठी मानुस के बारे में घटिया बातें करता है और आप चुप बैठे हो।
The Congress finds itself in a tricky spot, with its ally Uddhav now reunited with cousin Raj Thakre. As a result, all the party can do now is condemn the violence against non-Marathis.
इस तरह से अगर आई फॉर ए आई एंड टूथ फॉर ए टूथ अगर पॉलिसी हम अपनाएंगे तो हमारे जो मराठी भाई जो उड़ीसा में, तमिलनाडु में, कर्नाटक में, जम्मू कश्मीर में काम करते, क्या उनकी भी पिटाई वहाँ होगी? ये बिल्कुल गलत बात है।
Bureau Report, India Today.
So now that the Marathi pride or Marathi language war has erupted in Maharashtra, what are the netas saying? I want to take you through one by one. Very interesting reactions that have come in. Let's begin with Uddhav Thackeray, primarily because Sena, if not has started it, has definitely been part of the escalation. We will not let the government impose the Hindi language on us, is what Uddhav Thackeray had said. Remember, this was also in the backdrop when the announcement was made that there wouldn't be a 3-language policy, it would only be 2. Now, of course, coming in to Devendra Fadnavis, the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, who says pride in Marathi language is fine, but will not tolerate hooliganism, especially the violence that was being seen by the MNS cadre. Now comes in a comparison, for example, to the state of Tamil Nadu. Raj Thakre, the party leader whose workers on the ground have been pelting stones, have been slapping, targeting shopkeepers, innocent shopkeepers, and for no reason. He says, Tamil Nadu fights for its pride. We are a surrendered society. Strong words from Raj Thakre, no word on the hooliganism. Uddhav Thackeray adds, Marathi insult will not be tolerated. The question is, has there been an insult to the Marathi language here? Now, importantly, Raj Thakre comes in again. Both these brothers, remember, have united, been on the same stage. This issue has brought them together. Don't make a video, hit and come out and then tell the world. An advice possibly to his cadre. After national pride, Marathi Asmita is closest to our hearts. This is what Devendra Fadnavis, the Chief Minister, has to say. Raj Thakre then turned more defiant, saying, yes, we are goons, if that's what it takes to get justice. A leader, remember, right now, neither in opposition, technically not really in ruling alliance as well, but definitely has become a part of the discourse here. So strong words. But remember, the government has said that they are not going to encourage hooliganism, violence. We're talking about the city of Mumbai after all. One of the biggest cosmopolitan cities of this country. There are people from different states also who are residing, working there. What example is set from the slapping, the attacking, the pelting stones that we have seen, and then the protest? Divyesh Singh continues to be with us. Divyesh, so I was also speaking to Minister Nitesh Rane a day ago, and they're promising that such, at least violent hooliganism would not be permitted in the name of Marathi language war. What are you picking up about the government strategy? Political discussion, debate on one side. What is being done to ensure the issue can be addressed without the violence and threats?
Well, if Pooja, if you see about the government, police did register an FIR for the attack on the Mira Road shopkeeper.
Okay.
That happened, and notices were served to the accused, and very soon charge sheet also will be filed. Though the BNS sections applied on the accused for assault are minor and do not arrest is not possible under those sections of the BNS, but they will be charge sheeted and they'll be tried in the court of law as per the BNS sections and as per CRPC. Other than that, there are other detentions also being carried out by police, as the MNS cadre was seen that they were very aggressive. Early in the morning at 3 a.m., Avinash Jadhav, the Thane and Palghar district head of MNS, was picked up and detained. There are several other MNS workers who were detained. There are other party supporters who were also given notices. So this is the kind of preventive action that the government is taking, that the police is taking to ensure that there is no law and order situation. And after the Mira Road incident, there hasn't been any law and order situation which has come to light. Also, it is the request of the government and the police machinery that no one should indulge. If they want to protest, they can protest, they can register their protest, they can express themselves, but should not attack or violently assault anyone for the purpose of language or for the sake of the Marathi language issue.
Divyesh, thank you very much for now for all these details and updates of what has happened. Remember that the opposition has every right to raise the issues they believe in, but the government is the one that will have to ensure that there is peace that prevails, and even if issues that are raised and escalated, can anyone go and start slapping and threatening in the name of the language pride? And that is something which can cater to law and order issues as well. Like we've seen multiple videos on your screen in the past few days, whether it's in a bank or a shop or in any other area where they realize that the individual is unable to speak in the Marathi language, gets slapped, insulted, humiliated. Videos are recorded and circulated. Now, if you're wondering if this issue, if this controversy has any sort of an attention and is attracting the audience, that they are part of it, they believe that this issue needs to be raised. We looked at the linguistic landscape of especially Mumbai. Now, what does it show? Marathi language clearly is most widely spoken, about 35.3%. Look at the graph on your screen. 35.3%, which is a large, one of the massive sections of Mumbai city, do speak in the Marathi language, about 4 million. Hindi language comes close enough. It's also a linked language, remember, for people of different states, about 25.9%, about 3.6 million individuals. And remember, this also has come in from generations who've been living here. But also Gujarati, very important, especially the entrepreneur section, those involved in business and trade from the Gujarati community, 20.4%, 2.64 million people at least. Now here comes in the interesting bit. There are Urdu-speaking individuals as well from certain groups, 11.7%, 1.45 million at least, largely from the Muslim community. This is what the BJP had raked in to say, why aren't they targeting the Urdu-speaking and only whether Hindi-speaking or other languages? It's because they're scared to go into areas where Urdu is widely spoken. There are Tamilians as well. And remember, that also was an issue. Years ago, in fact, when Bal Thackeray was alive, that there were similar controversies and attacks that had happened, largely targeted against the Tamil-speaking population. 2.4%, Telugu as much, 1.6%, Malayalam, 1%, and Tamilian primarily were the largest group and continue to do so with regard to the southern states. There are Bengali-speaking families as well, 1.1% is the population. And we are quoting from different news reports to help you understand. But what does this largely show you? That definitely there are massive Marathi-speaking individuals, people from Maharashtra, but it's after all a massive cosmopolitan city. It's the city of Mumbai, where it is called the city of dreams as well. Let's move on, but with the issue that's cropping up here, nationwide outrage erupted after this video went viral. A VVIP brat drunk on power. Following India Today's relentless campaign for justice, Mumbai's Amboli police have filed an FIR against this man. Semi-naked, clearly intoxicated, goes on an abusive rant. His name is Rahil Sheikh, and he happens to be the son of MNS State Vice President Javed Sheikh. Rahil Sheikh was questioned for over 6 hours in his father's presence. He has admitted to being in an inebriated state, was drunk, threatening and abusing a woman, and the woman, of course, turned even more confrontational. That's the woman influencer on screen. She's been very defiant, and she was the one speaking in Marathi, giving it back to this drunk man on power who happened to be from the MNS. A report on that.
अरे तर माझा बाप ना महाराष्ट्र राज्य उपाध्यक्ष आहे.
तुझा बाप महाराष्ट्राचा अध्यक्ष आहे.
हा
कोण? मनसेवाले.
हा
माझ्यावर गाडी
अरे ताई जा ना. अरे इसके पैसे देऊ का 150 खाली मध्ये
Drunk, half naked, abusive, flaunting his dad's political power. This is how Rahil Sheikh, son of MNS Vice President Javed Sheikh, made the news, ramming his car into that of a woman and threatening her when confronted. After India Today's relentless coverage, Mumbai police was forced to act. Rahil was grilled for 6 hours, with Daddy Dearest sitting right beside him. And finally, Rahil cracked, admitting to drinking and misbehaving. Now claims he regrets it. But the woman he abused, influencer Rajeshri More, isn't buying the sorry act.
आज तू माझी गाडी ठोकतोयस, आपल्या बापाची धमकी देतोयस तू मला.
माफ करा ना.
माफी नकोय.
Backed by Shiv Sena leader Sanjay Nirupam, she has filed a fresh complaint alleging threat calls from MNS workers trying to silence her.
मुझे हरास किया गया, मुझे मेरा व्यवसाय तोड़ने के लिए धमकियां दी गई. ओशिवरा पुलिस स्टेशन में 200 लोग लेके आए गए मेरे अगेंस्ट. उसके बाद ठीक एक दिन के बाद मेरी ही गाड़ी को उसी पार्टी का एक आदमी इतनी बुरी तरीके से मुझे टारगेट करता है, मेरी गाड़ी के साथ एक्सीडेंट करता है. उसके बाद मुझे गालियां देता है, मुझे धमकियां देता है.
An FIR has now been registered on charges of drunken driving, rash and negligent behavior, outraging a woman's modesty and endangering public safety.
देखिए, जो इंसिडेंट हुआ था उससे रिलेटेड पुलिस ने एफआईआर ली है, बट अनफॉर्चुनेटली जितने भी सेक्शंस हैं सारे बेलेबल ऑफेंसेस है. जितने भी ऑफेंसेस है सारे बेलेबल है. तो जो भी कार्रवाई, जिस तरह की सख्त कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए थी, वो नहीं हुई है. तो अभी उनका 164 का स्टेटमेंट वगैरह रिकॉर्ड होने के बाद चार्जशीट फाइल होगी, केस तो रहेगा.
राजश्री मोरे मैडम के साथ कल परसों जो दुर्व्यवहार किया गया, एक नौजवान शराब की नशा में धुत था, अर्धनग्न था, और वो मनसे का नाम लेके इनको लगातार गाली दे रहा था, धमकी दे रहा था. आज हम यहाँ पे मोरे मैडम को लेकर यहाँ आए हैं ताकि सरकार की तरफ से, पुलिस की तरफ से न्याय मिले.
The evidence is on tape. The police knows the culprit. Now Maharashtra wants to know, will this VVIP brat be punished or will power win again? Bureau Report, India Today.
अरे इसके पैसे देऊ का 150 खाली मध्ये.
So we witnessed about the reports coming in from Mumbai about the serious concerns, tensions that are prevailing. But I asked this evening on 5 Live, what are the biggest issues for Maharashtra, for specifically the city of Mumbai? Are these the issues that have been cropping up in the past few days, or are the real issues the one that impact one and all? Issues like potholes, a huge nightmare for the Mumbaikars. People have fallen in these open potholes and died. In one of our biggest cosmopolitan city, people are still dreaming of smooth roads. Waterlogging, for example, one spell of rain, Mumbaikars are forced to navigate their way, facing massive inconvenience, danger to life in our super popular Hindi film industry hub. Apart from that, there is high rent, soaring real estate prices in the biggest financial hub of the country. While these are the issues to be addressed, look what the hangama has been over. Can you speak in Marathi? And if not, are you truly then from Maharashtra? MNS is grabbing all the headlines. First, Raj Thackeray, Uddhav Thackeray on the same page for Maratha pride, now for the recent Gundaism. So my question is that all a coincidence that Brihan Mumbai municipal elections are due this year in the city? BMC elections are survival test for every party, most importantly for state-specific parties. So is this really a Marathi language war, a matter of pride, sentiments? But from our netas, is it becoming a ploy for them to become relevant again? Think about it.